In the part two of the ecological environmental concerns and aspects of the issues which have been in news, I would like to take you through the next one, that is OECM. OECM is that is other effective area-based conservation that we have got method, and this has been referred in CBD, Seventh National Report 2026. And these are like where they want to have this protected list, natural parks, etc. Even those sacred groves, I think that's one concept that should keep in mind. That is also covered in it. In fact, they have got uh, 30 into 30 target that we have got. And this is Kunming Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework that aims to win 30%, that aims that minimum 30% of the land area under effective conservation by 2030 to be taken up. 30 by 30, so much in news in 2026. I like you to keep that in mind also. Then we have got urchin barren, as one would imagine. Uh, Areas of seas that are where urchins on the sea floors have their number multiplied, and that's largely because the sea otters are gone. And the moment the sea otters are gone, these urchin have started eating all the kelp forest, and then they have become barren, and that is becoming a major problem in that area. In fact, kelp is one of those, KELP is one of the fastest growing species, and I think they can grow about 2 feet in one day. Can you imagine that? And they're mostly grown near the coast in shallow water. And then that is a very integral part of the ecosystem, and that's urchins. Urchins can be a delicacy also. Is basically eating up faster than they can grow. That is where we call them as urchin barren, so to say. The next we have got is uh, climate overshoot. It's a report by of UNEP that we have got. Emission gap report also quite often it's referred as. In 25-26, they have identified that they have overshot this 1.5 degrees C target, but must return by 2100. And this 2100, by that time, if they're not returning, that there will be serious consequences. And then uh, I think there's a word coming along with this is nature positive. Altering to the earlier natural state is known as nature positive, so to say. Then we have got Bio E3 policy. Bio E3 policy is in BIRAC, BIRAC, that we have got, that is Biotech Research Assistance Council, under DBT, Department of Biotechnology, Ministry of Science Technology, that they're talking about. IBER, Indian Bioeconomy Report 2026 calls for biotech for economy and environment and employment. 1 trillion bioeconomy by 2047. That is what they are looking forward to. It's a big, big leap that we are looking forward to. The next we have got is stratospheric aerosol injection, SAI, is part of solar geoengineering, so to say. And then they are aiming at a spray of sulfur particles that will reflect solar insolation and cause cooling. That is what they call it as uh, an activity which is fairly controversial to say. But then I like you to know this, what this SAI is all about. Then we have legacy pollution is the term that we have got. Legacy pollution is where we have got the past act um, of activities of human that is still acting as pollutant. Plastic in the sea or mercury in the soil that we have got. That's the kind of debt that is going on. We have got perfluoroalkyl substances, PFAS, that we have got, and substances that is forever chemical, and that's forever chemical has been so much in news. I would like to further take you into the next one, that is we have got is global framework on chemicals. Global framework on chemical, GFC. It has come into place in SAICM, SAICM, that is a strategic approach to international chemical management. It aims at phasing out of hazardous plastics, hazardous pesticides, and manage their full cycle that we have got. Then we have got the next one is EPR, Extended Producers Responsibility. That has been in there for quite some time. Responsibility extended in plastics and uh, MOEFCC, they call it. That is plastic management rules. And then this is like, it's something like it's a carbon credit that we have got. It's a plastic credit that we would like to include in this particular thing. And that's where it is in news. Then we have got phenological mismatch. Uh, phen- uh, Phenological mismatch is basically nature has a calendar and that is going out of sync. And that is where we have got a serious problem that can be found. 75% of the flowering species and 35% of the global food crops are depending on pollinators, and these pollinators are kind of little bit tweaked because, or they're confused rather, because of the global warming that we have got, and this is phenological mismatch is happening, and then early blooming of flowers, and the late blooming of flowers, that kind of thing, which is where we have got a serious problem happening. This will generate in long term serious consequences. NBS, nature-based solution, is quite often being talked about these days, and that this kind of part of green credit program that we have got, and then that is where they are trying to manage the trees, mangroves, and those places as part of NBS. N capital, B is small s. Then we have got bamboo breaks is the word that we have got. Uh, where we are talking about uh, phenomenon of invasive bamboo. Uh, I mean, that's where we have got in the Western Ghat, that is some stopping local species to grow, and that's also causing, bamboo breaks are also causing some serious forest fire because they are more vulnerable to the forest fire than other species. Then ERW, that is enhanced rock weathering, a pilot project that is taken up in 2026, and that is spreading crushed silicate rocks like basalt to act as a natural chemical reaction to alter the carbon dioxide of air. It is more than CCUS, carbon capture utilization, and then I suppose it removes carbon dioxide and increase soil productivity. So ERW, I think one word which has been in news. I hope that you have followed that. If not, you can read a little more about this. Then we have got the next one is extinction debt that we have got. Extinction debt, I think we have already covered. So the next one that we can cover is ADD. ADD is aerosol optical depth that one can imagine. That is, aerosol is dust, smoke, pollutants that we call as aerosols, no? And then for metro cities, it's becoming a major problem, and direct sunlight is not coming, and because they're not able to penetrate that, and that is causing some problem. And they reported high in very many metros of India that one can imagine. Then we have the next one is methane biocover. It's like a bioremediation. I mean, using the organism like bacteria and plants, etc., to I think to shall we say neutralize the pollutants in combination with soil or water. And basically, it's a kind of NBS that we have got. I like you to keep that is in mind. That is methane biocover. In fact, CCAS, Climate and Clean Air Coalition, an affiliated body to UNEP and also WHO. Sometimes they ask that it's affiliated to whom. In 2026, they put a report there, and where they're talking about this methanotrophic. Methanotrophic means like uh, metabolic methane, also known as methanophil that we have got, bacteria that will convert or consume methane and convert them into carbon dioxide, and uh, uh, I think the atmosphere will be little reduced as far as methane load is concerned. Metro landfills causing pollutions that can be checked to a great extent by this process of methane biocover that we have got. And I think methane and black carbon has been a major point of concern that one can imagine. Anyway, uh, we got the next one is pharmaceutical pollution. Pharmaceutical pollution has been a major issue as reported by UNEP in 2026. And APIs, basically active pharmaceutical ingredients, dumping in the water causing AMR. And AMR, you all know about it, that is antimicrobial resistance in environment, bacteria affecting antibiotic, and then the humans are becoming resistant to that. That's a major issue that we have got. In fact, these were the terms that I wanted to quickly take you through that. And I have, in part three, I'll give you the remaining of the 50 terms that I have listed out for you, which have been in news, and expect that you have got information about them. Please watch them carefully and ensure that the one that you missed out, only that is to be picked up. Don't be ambitious to pick up all of them or read about all of them. See you in the third and the final part of this video.